What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Nakisha if you're new, and today we're talking about how to go from 0 to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Now, in my opinion, I think YouTube is the best platform on the internet today. It is the reason I'm able to be a full-time entrepreneur, be at home with my babies, have multiple streams of income, and bring in 6 figures for my family. So I like YouTube. And recently, I've been working with a client to start her YouTube channel, and it's going pretty well. We've actually reached 1,000 subscribers, and we did it in just about 40 days. And so I wanted to share some YouTube growth tips with you and some of the strategies that I've used to get her to 1,000 subscribers fairly quickly. So the very first thing I did when she came to me was do my research. I began to research the other creators in the niche that she was going to be creating her content in. And I started to look and see what they were doing, what was working on other people's channel. Now, my recommendation is that you choose multiple creators in the type of content that you're going to be creating. So I would choose maybe 2 or 3 smaller creators who have like less than 5,000 subscribers, then choose someone between maybe 10 to 50, then choose a couple between 50 to 100,000, and then choose some larger ones as well. So you want to find, say, up to 10 creators that are creating content within the niche that you're going to be creating it in, and kind of see what they're doing and what's working. Now, we're not doing this so that you can copy them at all. We just want to see the topics that are doing well, the type of videos, like the style of videos that are working, the type of thumbnails, and those are the type of things that we want to look at. But we are simply doing this for research purposes to take back to our channel, put our own sauce on it, and to create those things because we know that they're working. The blueprint is already there. The only thing you need to do is customize it to you. So you're gonna first research before you start recording and have all of your information in place so that you know what to record once you do finally start recording. Now, saying that, obviously you have to choose an audience that you're going to be creating content for. Now, the old way of doing this was to niche down and pick a niche and pick something that you're going to be creating videos on. But in 2024, I don't think that you have to do that. I think you just have to first have an audience in mind that you want to create content for. So are you going to create content for people that like to garden, people that are moms? Are you creating it for entrepreneurs? Think about the people that you want to create content for. I don't think it has to specifically just be on one topic or one niche. It just has to apply to that one person, the multiple types of videos that you're going to do on the channel, because we're doing multiple types of videos, multiple topics, and it's working. So the first thing you need to do before you even find those creators is know who you're trying to create content for, and ensure that the creators that you choose, they're creating content for that same audience. Now, when you're at the point to where you're creating those videos, maybe you got the first 5-10 videos created, you want to look at your own analytics and your own videos and see what's working. Are there specific videos that are standing out over others? Is there a video that went viral or picked up traction in the algorithm? You want to make sure you're paying attention to that, because once you notice that, you want to ensure that you duplicate that effort, duplicate the topic, duplicate the style, duplicate the thumbnail. You got to figure out what it was to cause that video to pop off and do it again. Okay, when you see that success, you want to continue to do it, right? If it's working, why would we change it? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So you want to find out what worked on whatever video you discover that popped off, and make sure that you continue to do that thing so that you can have that success and gain momentum a lot faster. Because reaching that first 1,000 subscribers, that's what it's about. It's about momentum. And as you start creating that momentum on the channel, that's what's going to cause you to grow. Now, when we speak about this video that starts to go viral for you, you might want to consider creating a weekly show. So this is how I structure her channel. We chose a specific day of the week that she would upload a piece of content that I knew would do well, and this became her weekly show. So this is going to be a type of content that you're going to upload each and every week. So for instance, if you're doing a student channel and you're documenting your journey through college, on Mondays, you may do a video that's specifically about studying, right? It may be study tips, study with me, how I study, how I pass a test, whatever. But Monday would be your study videos, and this would be your weekly show, your study with me type of show, right? This is something that you want to do each and every week. And this is a strategy that is working so well for her on her channel, and I know that it works because it's exactly what I did for this channel 5 years ago that caused me to get monetized in less than 90 days. So my recommendation here is to take a topic that your specific audience wants to hear about frequently. It has to be something that they're really into and that makes them want to come back each and every week. So you take that topic and you do a video on it every single week, and this becomes your channel's primary show, or the reason that people come to your channel. Does that make sense? Now, if you don't want to do a show and you feel like, okay, maybe I can't come up with 4 videos a month on this specific topic, then you can create a series. Now, what a series is like, okay, I'm going to talk about this topic and it's going to be limited. So you know what a Netflix series is. So you may say, okay, I'm going to do a 5-part series on this topic. The weekly show and the series, they work about the same. I like the weekly show better because it works better over time, whereas that series, once it ends, the people that come to your channel for that may want to leave too. However, you would have gotten the benefit out of having created that series, and that series should have great replay value for the people that continue to find you in the future, and it will continue to bring like-minded people to your channel through those videos that you've previously created. So a weekly show or a series on the most popular topic that your audience wants to see. And know that this might take some time to figure out. You might not just know your topic immediately. When I started my channel, I actually was just doing a variety of content. I was sharing my journey as a single mom who decided to leave corporate America and jump into the gig economy. I shared my journey with that. I shared my journey trying multiple gig economy income methods, right? And so people started to be attracted to those type of videos that I was doing, and they were interested in the things that I was doing to make money. Then I began to write about that journey, and I started talking about how the blog that I had created was growing so fast and giving me so many opportunities. And as I started to create those videos about blogging, the audience began to pour in, and I was like, okay, well, they really want to see this. This is a topic that it looks like they're interested in. And so once I saw that, I started to create more and more update videos about my blogging journey. So I would check in every month on my growth and what was going on. So they continued to come back for blogging, which originally I was just creating a series about it. I wasn't aware that it was going to turn into such a big thing on my channel. I just thought, let me do a 5-part series and talk about it. But the series did so well, I decided to turn it into a full show. So you might not know the topic right off bat. Give it some time, wait to see, watch your analytics, check in with them once a week, once a month, whatever works for you, and then come up with that topic. Now, this next one, this is essential because people don't realize how much this carries, and that is, don't be boring. Do not be boring. This is at the end of the day, kind of social media. A lot of people do come to YouTube to be entertained. Some people come to be educated as well, which is amazing, but don't be boring. People want something to look at, so give them something to look at. I'm talking about get more angles, more movement of the camera, put on screen stuff, you know, increase the volume of your voice, you know, give them more to look at. Make sure that you have some personality. This is the biggest thing. Have some personality on the camera, because those are the people that win. You can't just be a lump on a log and expect people to want to come back unless you're trying to attract lumps on logs. I mean, then that works for you, but personality usually does it. Have some personality, have some charisma in your videos. Really showcase who you are. And speaking of that, you have to be 100% authentically yourself. Be you. Show who you are. Show the quirks that you have about your personality. One thing about me that I didn't realize, I think I did realize it, I don't know, I'm just an animated person in general, but I talk with my hands a lot. Someone came through the other week and they were like, oh my gosh, you remind me so much of Taraji P. Henson. She talks with her hands a lot, and she was saying it in a positive way. And I'm like, you know, I never thought about that. Like, I'm just doing me. I enjoy talking with my hands. I don't know. That's just a thing about me. I'm a very bubbly person. I have a bubbly personality, and this is me in real life. And it did take me a long time though to finally let my guard down and be the real me. And I'm still working on that. Like, still, like 2024, I want to get to know you all more and allow you all to get to know me more. And so that's something that I am consistently working on, just not being afraid to let my guard down and be who I am, and you know, let people do what they're gonna do, because there are going to be people that love it, and there will be people that be like, girl, you was too much, and that's okay. You know, I'm not too much, like you not enough. That's just how I look at it. So you can't be afraid to get on here and be you. If you are quiet and subdued, be quiet and subdued. If you talk with your hands like me, if you're always making jokes, just do you. Be you 100% and authentically you, because your vibe will attract your tribe, and the people that get it will get it and they will stay around, and the people that don't like it will be gone. And that's just less people for you to deal with, you know, but we're trying to grow here. So be you, and so the people that you want around can stick. Then another super important part of this is you have to package your video well. That means you need to have a really good thumbnail. Okay, this is something that really just takes time to get. I would again look at those 10 people that you have found who are getting good views. This should be an indicator of their click-through rate. Look at their thumbnails and see what they look like. How are they conveying their message? What fonts are they using? What colors are they using? How are they doing the thumbnail? And again, this is not so you can go and copy them. This is literally for you to get the blueprint and then make it your own, right? So the thumbnail is really, really, really important. One thing that I did on my client's channel is that I chose a color palette that was very simple. I personally like neutrals, obviously, y'all should know that by now, but I chose to go simple with the font that she's using on the thumbnail and the colors that she's using on the thumbnail, because it seems that everyone in her niche was using these big, bold, loud colors. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do something completely and totally opposite in this, right? So I had to say, we're doing the same thing over here, but we're doing it differently. And it worked out. The font, the colors that I chose to use, it's all working really, really well for her. In addition to that, she's being 100% authentically her. We already have focused and highlighted on her differentiating factor, because you gotta have that. You gotta be different. You gotta stand out in the niche so that your audience can say, you know what, she's different and I want to watch her instead of watching this person over here. Because we talked about in the last video when I showed you guys how to grow, that you want to have something that stands out about you, because if you're starting a channel in a saturated niche, we're not afraid of the saturation, because the saturation is proof of concept, right? However, you got to have something that allows you to stand out in that saturated niche, and this is what's going to bring more and more people to your channel. So make sure that you are packaging those thumbnails well. Do something a little bit different that will cause you to stand out and bring more people to the channel, because if they don't want to click on the video, they can't watch the video. They don't watch the video, they can't subscribe to the channel. And then don't be afraid to ask for engagement, but give them a reason to engage first. So you can't just say, oh, subscribe to the channel, like this video, if you haven't given people a reason to. Most people know the culture of YouTube. They know that you want them to like the video and that you want them to subscribe to the channel, okay? This is not something that I would right away ask for. I do not ask people to subscribe to my channel. I just do not, because most people on here understand the culture. But what you need to do is give them immense value and not give them a choice whether they subscribe or not, because by the time they hit the 3, 4, 5 minute mark in that video, they should be saying, oh my gosh, this is so good. Let me subscribe to this so I don't miss any of the uploads that she puts out, right? They should be overwhelmed with value, and value can come in many, many forms. You can inspire, you can entertain, you can educate. There's so many ways to offer value, but you first got to give the value before you ask for the engagement. So that's my rule there. Make sure you give the value, then we ask for the engagement. Typically, I say don't ask for it in the first part, a beginning part of the video. Toward the middle to the end, you can remind them at the end if they liked the video to subscribe to the channel, but don't bombard them as soon as they start watching the video. Let them eat it up first, okay? Let them say, oh yes, honey, I like this. This girl I like her, right? And then you hit them with can you like the video? Can you subscribe, to not miss any of my uploads? And that's how we're doing it on her channel. So those are my tips. Those are the things that I've done in the last 40 days to get her to 1,000 subscribers. Now, obviously, she's doing the work. I am doing the strategy. I set the channel up and did her banner and told her the color story and color scheme, the thumbnails, the strategy that we're going to be using, the content plan, all of that. I've done it. And this is in 2024. I did it for my channel 5 years ago, but I know for sure that the strategies that I'm telling you work today, right now, this day, they work today because I am implementing them and growing a brand new channel. Now, if you want to know how to start and grow your channel this year, check out this video right here, because I go in depth on how to do it, more in depth on specifically what to do before you even start your channel. Check out this video right here.